If you are the mother, brother, uncle, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, best friend, or sister of someone who lives with diabetes, we appreciate you. You try your best and your hardest to be a support system for us, to love us and care for us and be there when we need you. And the hardest part of supporting someone who lives with diabetes is that sometimes what seems like support to you might not be the support that we think we need. Or it might not look like support in the way that we want it to look like. There are 3 things that make it kind of hard to be the best support system for a person with diabetes. The first and most obvious is that when our blood sugars are too high or too low and we do need your help, we're not always the easiest people to communicate with. Blood sugars that are out of whack means that our brain isn't getting the fuel that it needs. Therefore, our personality is off a little bit and we don't have patience. We don't have the capability to communicate clearly. Meanwhile, you're trying to help us. The second thing that makes it tricky to support a person with diabetes is that when you are trying to be caring and loving and helpful, it might come off as being controlling or overbearing or maybe even nosy. And so we know you love us and you're trying to help us, but we feel like our zone, our personal space, our personal ability to live our own life is being invaded. And the third most important thing that makes it tricky is that support looks different to different people. What I might want for support could be totally different than what my friend Sarah wants for support. So, now that we know the 3 things that makes it hard to be a great supporter for a person with diabetes, let's talk about the 3 tips to make it easier. Number 1, ask us what we need. I know that in my life, I love it when my boyfriend asks, "Did you remember to take your Lantus insulin shot tonight?" Because I know that it's really easy for me to get into bed and not remember until a half an hour later that I haven't taken my Lantus yet. So I've communicated to him and said, the greatest way you can support me is to ask me, "Have you taken your Lantus shot tonight?" I don't need him to remind me to check my blood sugar or take insulin at breakfast. That Lantus shot, that's what I need. So ask the person in your life with diabetes how you can be a great source of support for them instead of assuming and deciding for them what they need. The second thing that you can do to be a great supporter for a person with diabetes is to not lecture us. This is our disease. We live in it 24/7. We know all the rules. We know we're not supposed to eat cupcakes all the time. We know that we're supposed to count the carbs and take the perfect amount of insulin and be the perfect diabetic. We can't do that. So we can't be perfect. Please don't tell us how to be diabetic. We know. We've got it down. The number 1 most important thing that you can do for us living with diabetes is to be patient when our blood sugars are too high or too low. We get crabby, we get weird, we get like kind of cranky, and sometimes we start laughing for no reason. We just need your patience. There is no way when my blood sugar is 40 that I can communicate well with you about anything. All I need in that moment is for you to help me make sure that I drink some juice or eat some dried mango or whatever it is that I've got. I just need to focus on that and that alone until my blood sugar is back at a healthy range. When my blood sugar is high, to me personally, it feels like I have a really temporary, brief flu. I might not look sick. Just because my blood sugar is high doesn't mean it's dangerously high and I need to go to the hospital, but it might mean that I took a shot to bring my blood sugar back down and now I'm just waiting and I feel crummy. And all I need from you is support and compassion for the fact that I don't feel good right now. In the end, we truly appreciate you. We do. It cannot be easy to have to watch someone experience diabetes because you can't help us. You can't really make it go away. You can't make the low blood sugar not happen. All you can do is support us in that moment. All you can do is be there for us when we need you. The best way to know when we need you is to ask.